Hi kids, please take a look at page 1 and today we're going to talk about multiples. A multiple of a number is a product of that number and any whole number. Any number that is divisible by 10 is a multiple of 10. You can use multiples and number patterns to multiply. Let's take a look at the exercise and try it. 1 times 1 equals to? Yes, it's 1. 1 times 10 equals to 10. 1 times 100 equals to 100. And 1 times 1000 equals to 1000. If we change the number into 9, it is very similar. 9 times 1 equals to 9. 9 times 10 equals to 90. 9 times 100 equals to 900. And 9 times 1000 equals to 9000. So, when you know the basic fact and number patterns, you can multiply mentally. For example, 3 times 7. 3 times 7, that means 3 times 7 ones. It is equals to 21 ones. So it equals to 21. How about 3 times 70? It is very simple. 3 times 70, that means it is 3 times 7 tens. So it is equals to 21 tens. 21 tens equals to 210. So 3 times 70 equals to 210. How about 3 times 700? Similarly, 3 times 700 equals to 21 hundreds, which is 2100. And last, 3 times 7000 equals to 21,000. So the answer is 21000. Okay, now we move on to page 3 and we try to find the product of 5 and 6000. Before we find the product, we need to find the basic fact. The basic fact is 5 times 6. 5 times 6 equals to 5 times 6 ones, which is 30 ones. And next, we try to find 5 times 60. 5 times 60, that means 5 times 6 tens. 5 times 6 tens equals to 30 tens, so it equals to 300. And then we try to find 5 times 600. 5 times 600 equals to 3000. 3000 equals to 3000, so 3 times 600 equals to 3000. At last, we can find the product of 5 and 6000. 5 times 6000 equals to 30,000. So the answer is 3 0 0 0 0. And then we take a look at the questions below. Explain why there are more zeros in the product than the factors in the problem. Use 8 times 500 as an example. So 8 times 500, the basic fact is 8 times 5, which is equal to 40. There is 1 zero in the product. 8 times 500 equals to 8 times 5 times 100. So we calculate the basic fact first, which is 8 times 5. 8 times 5 equals to 40. So 8 times 500 equals to 40 times 100. 40 times 100, that means 4000, which is 4000. You can see there are 3 zeros in the answer. So 8 times 500 equals to 4000. Because in the basic fact we already have 1 zero, so there are more zeros in the product than the factors. Okay, now we move on to page 4. The weight of a fire truck is 9 times 4,000 pounds. So what is its weight in pounds? Let's use W to represent the weight. First of all, we need to write an equation. W, that means the weight, equals to 9 times 4,000. So now we need to find 9 times 4,000. Because 4,000 has 3 zeros, so the product should be 9 times 4 with 3 zeros at the end. So let's try to find 9 times 4. We draw the fact family. 9 times 4 equals to 36. 9 times 4 is the basic fact. So we know that 9 times 4 equals to 36 ones. We can use this basic fact to find the other multiples mentally. 9 times 40, that means it is 9 times 4 tens. So it is 36 tens. And then 9 times 400 equals to 36 hundredths. At last, 9 times 4,000 equals to 36 thousands. So 9 times 4,000 equals to 36 thousands. So it is 36 plus 3 more 0 at the end. So W equals to 36,000. The weight of the fire trucks is 36,000. And then we take a look at the questions below. Write two multiplication expressions that have a product of 20,000. So we have to think about the basic factors. Which two numbers, when they multiply together, the product is 20? So we have to think about two combinations. Okay, the first combination is very simple. It is 1 times 20. If 1 times 20 equals to 20, then 1 times 200 equals to 200. And then 1 times 2,000 equals to 2,000. And then 1 times 20,000 equals to 20,000. So this is the first expression. 1 times 20,000. The other basic fact, it can be 2 times 10. 2 times 10 equals to 20. So if we calculate mentally, you will find that 2 times 10,000 equals to 20,000. Okay, now we take a look at page 7. Use mental map to find the unknown numbers. Question 1. If 6 times 7 equals to 42, then 6 times which number equals to 4,200? If 6 times 7 equals to 42, then 6 times 70 equals to 6 times 7 tenths equals to 42 tenths. And 42 tenths equals to 420. And then if 6 times 700 equals to 4,200. And 4,200 equals to 4,200. So the answer is 700. 6 times 700 equals to 4,200. Okay, next question. If 2 times 9 equals to 18, then 2 times which number equals to 1,800? Okay, we know that 2 times 9 equals to 18. Then 2 times 90 equals to 80 tenths, which is 180. And then 2 times 900 equals to 1800. And 1800 equals to 1,800. So the answer is 900. 2 times 900 equals to 1,800. Question 3. If 5 times 7 equals to 35, then 5 times which number equals to 3,500? If 5 times 7 equals to 35, Then 5 times 7 tenths equals to 35 tenths, which is 350. And then 5 times 700 equals to 3500. And 3500 equals to 3500. So the answer is 700. 5 times 700 equals to 3500. And then question 4, if 8 times 3 equals to 24, then 8 times 3 tenths, 8 times 30 equals to 24 tenths. And 24 tenths equals to 240. And then 8 times 300 equals to 2400. And 2400 equals to 2400. So the answer is 300. 8 times 300 equals to 2400. Okay, now we take a look at the question and try it. 2 times which number equals to 800? So first of all, we have to find the basic factors. 2 times which number equals to 8? Yes, 2 times 4 equals to 8. So 2 times 4 tenths, 2 times 40 equals to 8 tenths, which is equals to 80. Then 2 times 400 equals to 800. So the answer is 400. 2 times 400 equals to 800. Okay, next question. 6 times which number equals to 3600? So we need to think about the basic fact. We know that 6 times 6 equals to 36. So 6 times 60 equals to 36 tenths, which is equals to 360. And then 6 times 600 equals to 3600. And 3600 equals to 3600. So the answer is 600. 6 times 600 equals to 3600. Next question. 30 times which number equals to 120? So we need to think about the basic fact. The basic fact is 3 times which number equals to 12? Yes, 3 times 4 equals to 12. So 30 times 4, that means 3 tenths times 4 equals to 12 tenths. And 12 tenths equals to 120. So 30 times 4 equals to 120. So the last question is, which number times 600 equals to 7200? So we need to think about the basic fact first. Which number times 6 equals to 72? Yes, it's 12. 6 times 12 equals to 72. So 6 tenths, 60 times 12 equals to 72 tenths. And 72 tenths equals to 720. So 600 times 12 equals to 72 hundredths. And 72 hundredths equals to 7200. So the answer is 12. And then we turn to page 8 and then we solve the problems below. Yash bought a car. His payment are $1,000 per month. So how much will he need to pay in 5 months' time? Let's write the number sentence together. So every month he need to pay $1,000. So in 5 months, the total amount is 1,000 times 5. So what is the answer? Yes, it's 5,000 because 1,000 times 5 equals to 5,000. Next question. Each ticket for a movie is $30. So what is the total cost for a family with 5 people? Each ticket is $30. So 5 people, it is 30 times 5. We know that 3 times 5 equals to 15. Then 30 times 5, that means 3 tenths times 5 equals to 15 tenths. And 50 tenths equals to 150. So 30 times 5 equals to 150. The total cost is $150. Okay, last question. Nana makes $100 per week doing chores. So how much will she make in 6 weeks? So every week she can get $100. So in 6 weeks it is 100 times 6. So the answer is 600. Okay, next page. Harry is planning to purchase a video for $20 each month for a year. So how much money will he spend on video in that year? This is what we need to find. So he needs to pay $20 per month. And in 1 year, there are 12 months. So the total number should be 20 times 12. So what is the answer? First of all, we need to think about the basic fact. In this case, the basic fact is 2 times 12. 2 times 12 equals to 24. So 20 times 12, that means 2 tenths times 12 equals to 24 tenths. And 24 tenths equals to 240. So he needs to spend $240 in that year. Next question. Lacey has 11 rows of dimes. There are 50 dimes in each row. So how many dimes does she have all together? She has 11 rows of dimes. In each row there are 50 dimes, so it is 11 times 50. Again, we think about the basic fact first. The basic fact is 11 times 5. We know that 11 times 5 equals to 55. So 11 times 50, which is 11 times 5 tenths, equals to 55 tenths. And 50 times 55 tenths equals to 550. So she has 550 times altogether. Okay, last question. 5 friends go to a theme park. If they each go on 70 rides, how many rides will they go on altogether? So there are 5 people and each of them go on 70 rides, so it's 5 times 70. We know that 5 times 7 equals to 35. And then so 5 times 70 equals to 35 tenths. And it equals to 550. So they will go on 350 rides altogether.